A lot of people loved it, just showing my passion for the game. But, for me, it was, I kind of knew that was my last college game. And, I'm a competitor, and I wanted to win a national championship. And that's really what it was. That spilled over, just my competitiveness.
Yeah, the book on you is you have an incredible work ethic. You're a gym rat. You're a total grinder. So let's go. You worked out with the Lakers. So how does that work out? Like, what do? Take me through it. Take your time on this. You walk into the gym. What do you do with a personal workout?
Well, first, you get loose, stretch out. You'll probably have some physical stuff like, getting your weight, body fat, stuff like that. Then, once you're loose, for me, as a point guard, the way the game is, you do a lot of pick and roll, finishing, floaters, spot shooting, coming off the screen, being able to read a play, things like that, full court stuff, to see how well conditioned you are. Because, in the NBA, you got to be conditioned, 82 games.
Oh, good God.
And, that's just the type of stuff that you're going to do as a point guard in a personal workout.
Now, who'd you work out with? Former Lakers, old guys, coaches?
Coaches, older guys, trainers, Magic, everyone was watching. I want to say on the court, there was probably seven other people.
You don't get nervous?
It's basketball, I get nervous before games, but, at the end of the day, once the ball is thrown up, nervousness is gone. It's, you're just playing a game of basketball at that point.
How'd you shoot for the Lakers? Because the knock is, everybody loves De'Aaron Fox, but they're like, he doesn't shoot quite like Markelle Fultz, which I've always argued. Nobody shoots at 18 like they shoot at 26. Ray Allen didn't shoot like that. Ray Allen was actually a vertical player more than a shooter.
Honestly, I didn't even know that until, the little Twitter videos started rising, and I saw when he was dunking on people with Milwaukee, and I'm like, I'd never seen that before.
No. Smart guys generally develop into shooters, especially now in today's world where you can play longer. You're going to lose your vertical stuff at about 30. You can shoot to your 50. So when you played Lonzo Ball, you gobbled him up. How satisfying was that for you?
For me, honestly, it was more so getting the win. The first time they played us, it was in Lexington. We were the number 1 ranked team in the country.
I watched that. That was a good game.
And I actually, I remember almost about everything that's probably happened in my life. And they were actually ranked number 11 at the time. They beat us by 5, and they jumped from 11 to 3. And it was like, I hope we get this team again. So when we beat them in the tournament, that was a more satisfying thing for me.
Okay, I want you to put on your basketball cap. You're a smart kid, obviously. Okay, what's Lonzo do well? If you were a scout, and I just said, and you were De'Aaron Fox, NBA scout. All right, De'Aaron, you've watched Lonzo Ball. I haven't seen him play. What's he do well?
Well, see, I've known him since high school, so, he passes the ball well. He shoots the deep ball, extremely well. Not college 3. He shoots it beyond NBA 3. And when I say that, I mean 3 feet behind it. So, you got to press up on him and just try to limit him from making plays. If he grabs a rebound and someone's outletting it, he can put that pass on the money. So you just got to try to limit his playmaking.
Does it mean something to you to get drafted before him?
Not really. If I'm drafted before him or if he's drafted before me, we're gonna play each other at the end of the day. Yeah, we're gonna see each other a lot in the next few years. So it doesn't really matter to me.
Let's segue into Calipari. Calipari kind of likes me and kind of doesn't. It just depends on the day. Because with Calipari, he's a good coach, little sales guy, I got pushback on Calipari. So when you go to Kentucky, so you were down to Kentucky and who else?
I visited Kentucky, Louisville, LSU, and Kansas.
Ooh, I may have chosen Kansas. Whew, that's good. So Bill Self is like, oh, De'Aaron, I love you. Wilt played here. We invented basketball. And then Calipari comes in and he sells you. Tell me the moment you chose Kentucky and why. The car ride home, the conversation. What was it?
Honestly, what people don't know is I chose Kentucky before I even took my visits. Wow. Me and Malik actually both talked about playing with each other in college in August, and we didn't commit until November. And we actually took our Kentucky visit together and our Kansas visit together. So we kind of knew already going in, how teams were going to look and who was probably going to leave and not.
You did your homework.
Yeah. We both, at the end of the day, we were doing it as a business decision.
Did Calipari know that you knew?
Coach Cal actually didn't know.
So where were you at when you told him?
I actually called him. I want to say it was probably, I took my visit in October. It was probably 2 weeks after.
What did he do?
I let him know.
Did he freak out?
Oh yeah, he jumped and he was happy. Just we're ready for you, kid. We're ready for you to get on campus. And you know, I was extremely actually KP Coach Kenny Payne actually knew. I told him on my visit that I was coming. So I mean, they were extremely happy. They were happy.
Fans are crazy. They're amazing, but they're crazy. So I said Kentucky's interesting. As great as Kentucky is, and I would argue you could make a really good argument, like Alabama, it's the greatest college program in its sport of all time. Not all Kentucky players go to the NBA.
No, that's just impossiple.
You never know.
Happen anywhere.
Right. Like, for a long time, Coach K's players went to the NBA and didn't do squat. Like, does Kentucky make you a better NBA guy? Does it? I mean, like, what did Kentucky do that you think helps you in the league?
It definitely helps you. The way we played this year was extremely different from a lot of his teams. You know, everybody knows he's a dribble drive guy, but this year we actually isolated a lot more than he ever did. We isolated and pick and roll, and at the end of the day, that's what the NBA is right now.
Oh, that's all it is.
So that's what we did, and I feel like, you know, the game, I mean, college and the NBA is extremely different. You know, I sat courtside at the NBA game, and when I say it's not the same, it's not even close. You know, it's nowhere near the same. So it's hard to develop. It's hard to get ready in college. But I feel like at Kentucky, he really helped us.
What's the biggest difference? Like when you're sitting courtside, what do you look at? And you're like, oh my gosh.
Just the way people communicate, how physical they are, like the way they talk offensively and defensively, and then they'll probably run. I sat there and watched the Clippers run the same set 10 times in a row and get something different out of it. And you know, in college, you know, you have 1,000 different plays, and the NBA is just not that way.
This kid's smart.
Very smart.
No kidding. You're smart. I think I'd ditch that Lonzo Ball.
What was your GPA?
In college?
Yeah.
Or
whichever was better. You can give me that.
Oh, no. So in college, I was more basketball. I'm not going to lie to you. But high school, I graduated with like a 3.5.
Wow.
So actually, in an interview, I told people, you know, how competitive I am. And my teammates and I, in high school, we actually competed for grades. So we would be like, what you get on this test? Oh, an 85. Oh, I got a 93. You dumb. So, like, that's how we were. That's just the way we were.
You're competitive. I like that. You're competitive. So, now, by the way, you worked out for the Sixers, too.
No, not yet.
Oh, you haven't. It says, oh, we'll work out. It's I can't read.
No,
I need his glasses. So you're going to work out for the Sixers. Now, would you work out for anybody? Or let's say 50. You don't want to work out for 30 teams. Well, how many would you work out for?
You know, just see the range that you're in and try to work out for that range of teams. So mine was, you know, like 2 through 6.
There isn't a team you'd rather. I mean, who's your favorite NBA team?
I actually growing up, I didn't have a favorite NBA team. Kevin Garnett was my favorite NBA player growing up.
So you were a Celtics fan,
I was a Timberwolves fan at a point. Then I was a Celtics fan.
Oh, okay. I got one of them.
But yeah, I followed wherever Kevin Garnett went.
De'Aaron Fox. What a pleasure to meet you.